What's up, guys? Merry Christmas to all of you. Wish you all the best. As far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna do my best to be even better in the future. Thanks and happy holidays. One of my dearest students, Dejan Joveljic from Serbia. You know him, he's a famous soccer player who's from Serbia. He knows he played for the best Serbian team, Red Star Belgrade. He found himself right now in LA Galaxy. We just played a round robin tournament. I was also one of the competitors in the tournament, altogether with 4 IMs, 1 FM, and 4 local players rated between 2000 and 2250. Out of 9 games, he got 4.5 points, which makes 50%, with 7 draws, 1 loss, and 1 win. He made spectacular performance, and his average rating, actually average rating of the tournament was 2215. Pretty tough tournament, but fantastic score. And what makes him being so special? I'm going to show you one of his wins from the tournament. Actually, the only win from the tournament, but spectacular one. And yes, in which opening, of course, Dragon. But I really have to say a couple of things about him. Now with current rating, 2215 FIDE, that actually makes him to be the best chess soccer player in the world. And we can say that he's the best chess player amongst the football players, but I actually like to do it vice versa. He's the best football player amongst chess players as well. So he's a great guy, very lovely person. He never shows off just like that. He's such a great. He's got such a great personality. He's well-disciplined person, a hardworking guy. And when I spoke to my friends about him, I always claimed that he was going to be a great soccer player because he's very, like sustainable, very persistent, stubborn to make something good out of his soccer career. And currently he's in LA Galaxy, and let's just hope for the best goals in the future. Let's get straight to the point and let's see the game. Once again, we got the best soccer chess player in the world, 2215 FIDE rated. And we're now checking his game against another great friend of mine, 10 times billiards champion of Serbia, Andrej Klasovic, rated 2050. So Klasovic was white, Joveljic was black. So in the game was e4, Joveljic went for c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes, knight c3, and g6. As you know, most of my students, of course not all, because as a coach you just have to match their chess sensibility to students' sensibility, and basically he likes tactics, he enjoys crazy positions with lots of sacrifices. Also, when I see that somebody can study theory a lot and to be like well disciplined regarding like theory, cutting edge stuff, working on the PGNs, then I have no problems to teach these guys not only the most fashionable variations and very tactical ones, but also the ones where they just have to memorize a lot. One of those openings is Dragon, and I taught him to play the Dragon. Although after g6, White went for bishop e3, bishop g7, f3 castles, queen d2, knight c6, and went for Rouser variation of the Dragon against the Dragon opening. It's long castle. Currently, of all the variations, this one is the most popular. Used to be the most popular Yugoslav variation against Dragon bishop c4, but here his opponent went for a long castle. It's not a hard to guess why did he opt for long castle, because long castle is the most popular. It's really fashionable on all kinds of levels, and it scores well for white. For example, when I teach my students how to play against the dragon, I like to teach my students to play with long castle as well. Uh, when I studied with Joveljic, I just opted to teach him two side, and let's be honest, dubious variations for black. It's knight takes d4, which in modern circumstances is considered to be suspicious, and bishop d7, the one you can check the video here about that one. So go there and check it out. It's great one for all kinds of levels up to 2400, but not more than that. The one with the bishop d7 that I used to play. So check the video here. You have it. Sicilian dragon, something like that. And instead of this, when they go for a long castle, d5 is the main move. That's what I played against Brazilian champion Fier in Serbia Open this year. Although Joveljic opted for knight d4. I taught him this. He says that he likes this variation very much and has very good results with it. But once again, I gotta be honest and to tell you that this is dubious line, and it's considered to be highly risky for black players if you play against guys who know the theory or who know how to play against it. After bishop d4, bishop e6, golden rule of the dragon, develop your bishop on e6 when the knight is not on d4. And Klasovic played g4. He was supposed to play king b1. This is an important accuracy if you would like to learn this variation, because it's aimed against queen a5. And this is a common Sicilian trick in all these positions, because if queen a5 happens, knight goes on d5. And look at this. Now you threaten to take the queen, and at the same time you threaten this pawn, which means that you can go for this kind of trick in two cases, when the king is on b1 and when the rook is on f8, which means that they cannot get closer with a rook once you take on e7. So after queen takes d2, now it's not with check. King is on b1. That's one more plus of having the king on b1. And here, they can go with knight e7. Of course, if that had happened, of course, that Joveljic would have gone with king b1, queen c7, and then if h4, rook fc8, and then he should be going with the queen on a5. Although, in the game, Klasovic went for an early g4. He underestimated an importance and meaning of queen a5, and after queen a5, pawn on a2 was hanging. So after queen a5, now this guy had to opt for the move. In the game was, of course, king b1. And when he played the rook fc8, you usually do this rook fc8 move to second c3 and afterwards to take on a2. Surprisingly enough, white, instead of going for a3 immediately, which was necessary to be done, and rook ab8 with idea b5 and b4, sorry, went for something completely different. He went for h4. And this is an important moment of the game, because Joveljic at this point missed a winning combination. So after this move, he could have gone with rook takes c3, and that was the best. But you know what? This is his first tournament. I would call him a complete noob into the chess world, and basically it's not easy to remember all these variations. Also, there is a kind of excitement when you play these games, and this is not like he played like zillions of blitz and rapid games online, but when you play like a real chess over the board, it's completely different. You guys who play this kind of chess, you know what I'm talking about. After queen c3, by the way, you can't take by bishop. It's queen a2 and checkmate. So, of course, he would have to take by queen a2 here. And I also remember a game of my student Richard Wang, wise world champion like many years ago. He went for queen a4 against some FM from Canada and won the game. What's the point of this queen a4? You're just pointing out the bishop on d4, threatening knight e4, and to win the game on the spot. In the game, Joveljic went for b5. It's interesting move. It's okay, but here White still had a chance to reject his attack by playing knight d5. And if queen takes d2, to play rook takes d2, and to play like Karpov in his best days. White is tiny bit better, more solid, like queenless type of middle games, and that's it. Although he went for a3. He went for a3, and when he played a3, that is usually very risky when you have a long castle and when your opponent wants to go with his pawn things and pawn storms. So after he played a3, black went with rook a to b8. And here, just take a look. I didn't put green colors just like that. I want to show you how ideally black pieces are placed in this position. And even though position is still so good, you just have to know that here White made his decisive mistake in the game. He was supposed to play knight d5, and in case of queen d2, rook d2, bishop d5 is an important accuracy, a5, and next move should be knight d7, and exchanging the pair of the bishops, which gives black a relatively fine game, but there is a famous game between Karpov and Anthony Miles where Karpov managed to win similar position with the white pieces. He grinded him down, although position is considered to be around equal. He went for knight a2. And probably he thought like he had queen on d2, knight on a2, pawn on a3, and the b4 could not be played. But guys, this is a dragon opening. So b4. Joveljic shows his great tactical skills. I really have to say that apart from having great tactical skills and sense for attack, he was kind of familiar with similar kind of pawn sacrifices. Of course, you can't take by queen because of the rook. You can't take by pawn because of queen a2, and White just had to take by knight. And probably he put all his hopes into this position, claiming, okay, this should be fine. Knight b4 takes the pawn, closes the b file, rook there, and I should solidify myself and get a good game. Although Joveljic played fantastic queen a4. Queen a4 moving the queen from further exchanges and giving himself a fantastic and very tricky rook takes b4 idea. But when this guy played h5, completely neglecting this, Joveljic also missed rook takes b4. Unfortunately, he missed this one, and in the case of queen b4, he would have gone with queen c2 and queen takes d1, or queen a1 and queen c1 with checkmate, a very nice pattern if you like to torture your opponent. Although he didn't play as attractive as a rook b4 move, but he went for a5, which also leads to winning position. The guy played knight a6, queen takes a3, and now he threatens mate. He threatens queen a2 mate. White went for b3, and his great tactical skills came to their point here. He sacrificed knight on e4, threatening queen and opening a monster dragon bishop that breathes fire. So after f takes e4, he now even sacrificed the rook on b3, and that was the end of this fantastic game. Okay, he maybe missed one even faster win. His opponent also missed like twice knight d5 to have like more solid defense. But this still makes this game being so beautiful, and I believe it was one of the best games in the tournament. By the way, for all of you who are just wondering what happens, if bishop b2, then just queen a2 checkmate. If king a1, then just bishop d4 deflection and queen a2 checkmate. And if queen b2, then just queen takes d5 and checkmate. Once again, for all of you who are from United States, you're just going to have a pleasure of watching him in the MLS league next season. hoping for many more goals and pretty good role in the LA Galaxy team, and hoping for something from my personal point of view as his coach and great friend. Let's just hope for even better results and higher rating. Although I just have to be honest, right now we're in the process of improving his positional skills, strategy, and endgames. That's the real moment where you're actually becoming a masters and improve your game. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully you like the game. Bye bye.